Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here, and I'm going to do a random collective reading. Ooh, this is really going. If you are watching this in real time, today is the full moon in Capricorn, and I'm going to do a video about that a little bit later as well. If you are interested in a personal reading, astrology, or tarot, my information is down below. Feels good. All of my readings are timeless. If this reading resonates with you, please like and subscribe. I do appreciate my likers and subscribers. What else? What am I forgetting? I don't know. It's a kind of a wild feeling day. Like, not even wild as in fun wild, but like, all right, let's go. Let's go. Take what resonates. Don't force the reading to fit you. If this one doesn't, as I said, all my other readings are timeless. So you can feel free to peruse those. I usually know immediately if I'm feeling it or not. And also, if I'm not for you, I'm not for you. It's cool. Feel free to hate watch if that's your thing. And I'll love you regardless. Okay. That's a lot. How many is it? I think I'm going to keep them all, even though it's kind of a lot. Things are chunky. There's a lot going on here. And oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm probably going to use the full moon in Capricorn to explain this somewhat. If you're watching this and it is not around June 21st, no worries. Just take the general gist of what I'm saying, and maybe it is fitting for you or will fit for you. But we have the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles, right? So the King of Cups came out first. This is mastering our emotions. I love how he's in meditation pose. It's like we're emotional, but we are composed in our emotions. We can be loving, but we hold a boundary. The Four of Cups came out after that. We're looking at what's in front of us, and it's not quite what we wish it would be. But while we're not looking over here to her side, there's this bowl being filled with a rainbow. So the Four of Cups, and these are our internal energies. The way I lay the cards out, I have an internal spot, an external spot, and then the view from above or the higher perspective. So we're composed in our emotions. The King of Cups, cups are water. This is Cancer is a water sign. So the sun is in Cancer right now. And the moon for the full moon is going to be in Capricorn, because Capricorn is across from Cancer. So we have this water king of cups. We're thinking about our emotions, what makes us feel comfortable, what makes us feel loved, what makes us feel at home. It's embodying the emotions. We're looking at what's in front of us and kind of like ho-hum, but maybe we are having faith that better things are coming, or maybe if whatever we're looking at isn't quite working out, maybe it's important for us to remember to have faith that other good things can be collecting for us. So the Four of Cups is like, don't hyper focus, don't miss an opportunity because you want something in front of you to be a certain thing. There could be something entirely different coming in from the side to surprise you. Then we got the Seven of Wands. She is in meditation pose. This is being in a position of, I don't even want to say the word power, but feeling empowered. She is in a bubble. She's meditating. She knows her worth. She stands up for herself. She is above whatever is trying to fuck with her. She's above it. And then we have the King of Pentacles, So now we have Earth energy. And why the reason I chose to keep all of these is because we have the King of Cancer and we have the Sun in Cancer right now. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Pentacles are Earth, and the moon is in Capricorn. Capricorn is an Earth sign. So we are playing with the elements of Earth and water at the moment. And we have the kings of both of those. Now, Cancer and Capricorn are feminine signs, believe it or not. Capricorn, Cancer, yeah, that makes sense. But Capricorn is always kind of weird to me. But the thing about the Cancer Capricorn axis in astrology is that Capricorn is hardworking. It can be it's ruled by Saturn. So it's a really tough sign. This is where you kind of imagine the climbing the corporate ladder person, like loves their money, using a bunch of generalizations here. And then Cancer is the sign of the mother. It's like nurturing and loving, sometimes a little bit too much, it's emotional. When you have that axis, it's because with Cancer, we want to feel safe and secure. And how do you accomplish that on Earth when you're embodying both axes in the chart, that entire axis in the chart? You go out and you take care of shit so that you can come home and feel comfortable. That's, sort of what the gist of this full moon is. So we are looking at the areas of our life where we go out and we take care of shit, and then we're at home and we feel comfortable. And maybe there are just elements to whatever our experience is showing us right now, where we may feel like people are coming at us, trying to, like, we've got to hold our vibration. I don't really like talking like that, but, sometimes it just makes the most sense. But we've got to kind of hold our own. We've got to hold our ground. Imagine yourself in a literal bubble. But this is all within us. So we're thinking about our emotions, and we're thinking about our earthly life, maybe our job, our home. And things are just kind of like, ho hum, like, I'm looking at this stuff in front of me, and that's not what I'm trying to have. It's not exactly what I want it to be. I want it to be a little bit different. Have faith that over on the side, that God is filling up a cup with rainbows. So, what is the external? We have two cards here in front of us. So internally, we have, earth, water, emotions, money, job, home, unconditional love. All of that is going on within, but we're being sort of stoic about it. And, we're looking at what we have, and it's not quite what we want. We don't want to miss an opportunity. We don't want to get dragged down by the fact that what we have isn't exactly what we want. And with the Seven of Wands, we want to hold our own space so that we don't let others kind of impede our energy. And we could be feeling things of other people too, because it is a full moon. In front of us, we have the Two of Cups and the Hermit. And those are kind of opposite vibes. Like the Two of Cups is connecting. We can be thinking about relationships. Or the Two of Cups can be like business contracts, like relationships that we make with people in the workplace. But it's like we want to connect, but there's also a hermit vibe. Like you just got to do it all. I mean, you got to do it all. Like you've got to make sure that you have your own space, that you take your own time, even if it's to step away and go in the bathroom for 5 minutes, say if you're at work, or we've got to get out there and connect, but we also have to go have our hermit time, throughout the day. But the hermit goes within and finds their own inner light. So this kind of represents like the hermit goes into the cave, and a cave of depression or a cave of like exile or whatever, and then integrates the lessons while in the cave because there's nothing better to do. Finds their own inner light, finds that spark, finds that purpose or that understanding, inner standing, and emerges from the cave. It's a card of a teacher. So with the teacher, you come out of the cave to teach. Like you just don't stay in there and be with your own light, but I mean, you could, I suppose, but not for the purposes of the tarot card. The hermit emerges from the cave with their having found their own inner light, with the purpose of teaching others how to find their own inner light. So I think too, this is, if you're watching this and you've been kind of a hermit and you need to get out, this is saying like, make connections. We don't want to just hide away. We've got to meet and connect with people so that we can be of service. But in the cave, you make sure that you're taken care of, because you have to be in service to yourself first. Otherwise, you're no good to anybody. And then as God sees it, we have the Lover's card. So the Lover's card is, there is something here, could be for people about relationships, because in this deck particularly, these are really relationshipy. In the other tarot, it not, I mean, they both are, but the Lovers is making a choice. When we choose to be with a lover, it's set up in that card as though it's a choice of like really devoting ourselves to another. And in the card, it's a lover, but we can do this at work too. When we're like really devoting ourselves to someone or something, it's like we're taking our heart and saying, okay, here's my heart. I know, because every relationship is risky. We all hurt each other. I mean, when we're married, when we're, by close friends or whatever, by the simple act of relationshiping, we're going to get hurt, right? But when in the Lover's card, we're like, here's my heart, because I think that the beauty I'm going to get out of this connection is going to be worth any hurt or pain that may be caused by it. So God is like, put your heart out there, love. I've been getting a lot of this in my own meditation. Just love them, meaning them, like not anybody in particular, but just love people. Just go out and love. All right, let's see what else we've got. And I didn't really come into this one with a message. That's what I was forgetting when I first started out. But all right. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. I don't know if you can see that very well. Hold on. It might be a little better. Let me get the book on this one. I mean, yeah, this is being vulnerable. Maybe some of you are at rock bottom. I don't know. But we're cracked open. I've literally never pulled that card before. Don't let the weight and density of the world squash your tender spirit. Instead, let it call even more of it home into your body. at the center front of your life. It's through the extreme pressure of life's trials that diamonds are cultivated. It's when things are at their darkest that we cultivate proper faith and our light is ignited. It's through the crumbling that we can allow our wounds to be alchemized. Let your pain, sorrow, and losses make you, not break you. Let life alchemize your tragedies into gold. Be open to being cracked open, wide open. It's the difficult times that help us grow in leaps and bounds and in ways we could only dream were possible. But first, they have to crack us open. Sometimes it hurts like hell. It's nature's way. Whether you let it happen or not, it's going to happen. So surrender to the process. It's how the light gets in. When your heart cracks open, a space is created for your soul to become more fully, for your soul to more fully enter. When your soul cracks open, a space is created for the grace of the Holy Spirit to enter. Let your trials, your sorrows, your pains, and your losses transform you into more and more of yourself. Stay open to the possibility that your tragedies, your losses, your sorrows, and your hurt happened for you, not to you. Bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open because the world needs you open. Surrender to the alchemy of life. So that's crazy because I was talking about, with the Hermit card, maybe we're retreating, like, you know what, this just fucking hurts too much. And that's what it is. I mean, that's what life is. When I think about some of the things in my life that I would consider a tragedy, it's not just like, well, that's why I am who I am or whatever. It's like, no, when I think about just having a beautiful, amazing, blissful life, doesn't that sound really lame? Like, there's something about our souls came here to experience through loss and difficult times. I mean, because of the loss and difficult times, we have a higher experience of when things are blissful and amazing and good. And with this card, it's like, I feel like they're kind of juxtaposing those two, where we might be hiding away from it all. And that's important. I always trust my viewers to know where you are, like tap in and see, where am I internally? Am I hiding away or do I need some solitude? Because we need both. We've got to have both. With the Lover's card, like, here's my heart. Hurt it. I know you're going to, right? But like, because I am open with it, because I am open to it all, that's how the light gets in. And then we learn that no matter how badly we're hurt here on earth, nothing, I mean, I get really weird with this stuff. Like, even if I die or, get killed or something, like, it'll be over and I'll be like happy. Like, I'm not saying, so nothing can really hurt me. So what? I just die. That got really weird for a minute, but I hope you know what I'm saying. Like, even I've had some experiences where, like, wow, this is the worst fear of my entire life. And now it's my experience. And after I experienced it, it's kind of like, all right, well, that's over. I'm still here. I don't have anything else that scares me more than that, So it's like, I'm okay. I've actually had moments like that, like, wow, I'm still here. I'm okay. I'm not dead. That really sucked. It hurts, but I'm still here. And it's just feelings. They're just like feelings that are passing through. And if we let them pass through. But yeah, this full moon might kind of crack us open to that rawness, and we are alchemizing things. And sometimes I'm like, what does all this shit mean? Alchemizing? Like, you just feel it. and let it go through. Sometimes when I'm feeling okay, I'm like, you know what, God, I have space for a little bit more. I can hold some of the collectives, whatever needs to be processed emotionally or any of that. I really do. I'm like, here, I'll take a little extra. Give me a little extra homework. Maybe I'm a God ass kisser. I don't know. And then sometimes I'm like, okay, I can't take anybody else's shit right now. Like I've got enough of my own. Let me do one of these. This could be kind of a longer reading. These are, for some reason, I'm being drawn to the more intense or like well thought out cards. Children. All right, so we have number 14. And this is a cool deck. You get to pull, I'm going to pull from your soul. So from your soul, there's a message about children. Yeah. While you don't always see it, I'm often in touch with your inner child. And this is a message being read as your soul speaking to you. Your inner child needs reassurance and love. Sometimes you can feel them, but you run away. Then you may create negative relationship patterns and accept situations that aren't aligned with your needs or expectations. Often at nightfall, your inner child manages to get in touch with you, but part of you always avoids them. Just like me, your inner child is a part of you. They aren't your enemy. On the contrary, your inner child is your joy, your laughter, your touch of madness, your spontaneity, your optimism, and your capacity to love. Even if your inner child is sad today, only you can reassure them and take a step towards them. So using your choice of method, go and find your inner child. They're waiting for you, and don't hold blame. Your inner child knows you're doing your best to keep a level of emotional balance. They are your best friends, so reassure them and create a new positive duo. Together, you'll experience beautiful surprises and synchronicities. So while I was kind of looking at these, there are a lot of things going through my head. It's almost like I think of parenting my own inner child. And, I do feel that when people are in general not like consciously aware of their inner child, or self-aware or self-reflective, that they're really just a bunch of inner children running around unattended that have like money and power and cars. But when we're like, oh, okay, yeah, I see that behavior of mine, it's like we're reparenting our own inner children. And specifically here, I'm getting that we're like being the father, like internally we're being the father, and emotionally and physically taking care of our inner child. So this looks like the working hard is always going to be an element of the full moon, with the full moon in Capricorn, because Capricorn just works hard. I have the moon in Capricorn in my natal chart, and the best way I can describe it is like my emotions are work. I work on them like they're my job. But like it's like a fatherly look and a fatherly nurture of our inner child, so that we can move out into the world and do our job. Like if you're here, you're a light worker, or whatever you call it. We have work to do. We have work to do. That's what this message was about. We have work to do. And part of that work is to take care of ourselves. So take care of yourself. And while, we might not have exactly what it is that we want, through the process of doing the thing and continuing the work, there's just amazing shit coming our way. And do remember to meditate or write or, whatever, practice mindfulness throughout your day, because it seems like there's some stuff that we could not get swept up by, but I feel like there's a potential here to get kind of depressed, and kind of like in that really heavy feeling. And if we like, it's like I'm like seeing us like just chipping away in a mine. There's a meme I've seen where there's a guy in a mine and he's like chipping away at rock. And the open side is like right on the other side of where he's chipping. And then there's another image below where the person chipped as far, but they were walking away. Like I feel like we're at that point where we could almost walk away but like we're almost there. Like you just gotta keep working. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. And happy full moon if you're watching this around the time of the full moon. I love you guys. Peace. Namaste. I didn't want to say it just in case I couldn't find it, but I did find it. So this one, you're almost there. Don't give up. There's the diamonds. Love you guys.